I'm here with Zinnie Harris, the writer and director of The Garden, the show that opens at Oranmore next week. Hi Zinnie. Do you want to tell us a wee bit about The Garden, what the story is, the general themes of the play? Or?
The story is about a couple living in a slightly futuristic place. We're never actually told where, but we get the feeling it's possibly in America, and at a time where the world has become so overpopulated that it's run out of resources. And really the story starts when one day the woman is cleaning the lino, and a tiny little shoot has come through the lino, and you kind of get the feeling that this is the last gasp of nature almost. And yeah, follows that. Yeah.
And the play was originally performed as a rehearsed reading during the festival last year, is that right?
Yeah.
Are there any differences or in this production, or you're doing it again as a full?
Yeah, I mean it's just really nice to return to something that you've worked on a bit. I mean with the rehearsed reading we only had one afternoon really to put it together, and it's very much script in hand. And what's been really nice about this experience is spending a lot of time in rehearsal with the actors, really getting on top of the character and sort of exploring the tiny moments in kind of much more detail, which is lovely, and also having a chance to stage it, so that it's not just at the Travis we had to have the stage directions read because there was no sometimes visual. Whereas here it's obviously all laid out for the audience.
How do you find directing your own work? Is that something you enjoy doing, or?
It is, and it's something I've done sort of increasingly, really. I mean, I kind of like being in, I mean, as a person, I like being in the rehearsal room a lot. That's why I went into theatre in the first place, and I direct other people's work as well. I mean, I think sometimes you write a play and you sort of think, oh, I really want to see this all the way through. And other times you kind of actually know that, particularly if you've written it with another director in mind, that it's great to have someone else's vision. But certainly with this one, which does feel very sort of close to my heart in some ways, I just really wanted to take it from the room and explore it with the actors. Yeah, it was fun.
You're obviously a very successful writer, both as a playwright playing for stage and as a screenwriter. How do you find the differences? Do you enjoy both equally, or are they both obviously very different challenges?
I think the great thing about having a sort of career that has two parts to it is whenever you feel fed up with one, you can go back to the other. And I think theatre is often like that for me in terms of when you go into writing for TV, you have to sign up to the fact that it's phenomenally collaborative, and there are going to be millions of people in there making decisions with you. And what I love about theatre is that you just come back to a very quiet place, which is about you and the words and your imagination. And I think also the way that we are in the sort of theatre community is very much about seeing an author's vision right through, to the end. I mean, I think theatre has always been my sort of first love, really. But yeah, broadly writing for both, although actually the sort of even the kind of tone of what I write is actually very different, weirdly. It sort of seems to work well most of the time. Most of the time.
The Garden is the final play in our series of co-productions with the Traverse Theatre in Edinburgh. So you've got a long history with the Traverse, currently associate artist. Working with them, it's a good working relationship.
Well, it's fantastic. I mean, I think what Dominic's doing at Traverse is absolutely brilliant, and it's just lovely to be sort of, in and out of the building with him around. First of all, I was, what was my title? Senior Playwriting Fellow, which was a bit of a handful, but really my task was to get a lot of very grassroots writing going. So I was working with brand new first time kind of writers, taking them through with various projects, and that was a kind of whole piece of work which kind of came to an end. And with associate artist, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'm certainly writing a play for them, and I'm pretty sure I'll be doing some directing over the next little while. And so I think it's a sort of slightly broader role, and it's just lovely to as I say, to kind of find a theatre that's a home.
Yeah.
So
yeah, brilliant.